我承认农马民族的外族人是展览举办的为了福利门特尔的传统守护者。我向过去、现在和新的农马长老们表示敬意。Thank you for coming here. Trying. All right. Welcome, South Metro Mr. Stephen and the City of Fremantle Mayor Hannah and council members over here. Show yourself. Esteemed guests, families, and friends for this to come to the exhibition. Firstly, I would like to invite Mr. Stephen to come and deliver his opening remarks for this exhibition.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Desmond, and that was definitely a first for me, so I think for most people, and I want to also acknowledge the traditional owners of the land we meet and gather on this evening. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Mayor of Fremantle, it's always great to see you, and it's always great to be back in Freo. So I am delighted to be here, both in my capacity as the elected member for the South Metropolitan region, and on behalf of the Minister, the Honourable David Templeman, Minister for Culture and the Arts, and as well Minister Don Punch tonight. Minister Templeman was unfortunately unable to attend and passes on his best wishes for tonight's event. So I wanted to, before I get into my speech, apologise in advance for any mispronunciations. I was on the phone with Desmond earlier trying to clarify some of these, so do forgive me if I get anything wrong. But it is truly a pleasure to be here with you this evening in a place that I am very familiar with. I grew up in Fremantle and attended the University of Notre Dame, which is just across the road. I'm also a regular consumer of coffee and breakfast here at the Moores Gallery, so it's lovely to be back, and I always admire the exhibitions that we have here. Thank you. So I'd firstly like to acknowledge and thank Desmond Mah for his invitation, the participating artists from and Fremantle Arts Centre who manage the Moores Contemporary Art Space. I welcome members of the arts industry and representatives from cultural groups. It is my pleasure to be here to officially open Re-Borrowing Arrows with Thatched Boats exhibition. And we did have a conversation about the meaning behind the exhibition tonight, and it refers to an old Chinese idiom, or chung yu. That's my best effort. And they are idiomatic expressions in the Chinese language that embody cultural, historical and philosophical concepts in a concise and memorable way. This particular Chengyu was coined from a military strategy developed by Zhuge Liang during the Three Kingdoms period in China. According to the story, decoy boats filled with straw were used to trick the enemy into wasting their arrows, which were later retrieved and then used to launch a successful counterattack. Hence the Chungyu, re-borrowing arrows with thatched boats, conveys the idea of turning one's disadvantage into an advantage. The notion of turning one's disadvantage into an advantage is the central idea being explored in tonight's exhibition. It features artworks by talented Western Australian Perth-based artists Desmond Mah, Patricia Amarin, Shanti Gelman, Deborah Worthy-Collins and Tami Jiang. Through the creative process, the artists have explored their own diverse cultural heritages and personal experiences in relation to the notion of turning the tables. The result, I think you will all agree, is a stunning and unique selection of artworks. I'd like to congratulate the artists on the work produced and acknowledge the role of Mr. Mah as curator of the exhibition. Mr. Mah is an award-winning artist who has exhibited both nationally and internationally. Despite his significant experience as an artist, I understand that this is Mr. Mah's first time in the role of curator, and I hope you will join with me in acknowledging what an impressive job he has done. Mr. Mah is a Chinese-Australian artist who now resides in Perth, but was born and grew up in Singapore. Like many West Australians, including artists whose work is being exhibited today, Mr. Mah was born overseas and brings with him a rich cultural heritage. Western Australia is home to a large population of people who were born in China or with Chinese heritage. In fact, the 2021 Australian Bureau of Statistics census indicates that China remained the 7th largest country of birth for our overseas-born Western Australians. WA is fortunate to have a population that is incredibly culturally diverse. Nurturing cultural diversity is a priority of the state government. Reborrowing arrows with thatched boats has received support from the Department of Local Government, Sport and Cultural Industries through an Arts U15K grant and the Fremantle Arts Centre. We understand that it is this diversity and the resulting breadth and depth of stories, languages, perspectives, experiences that makes Western Australia a vibrant, dynamic, exciting place to live. Developing and producing work that is as diverse as its audience by including stories that draw from a range of experiences and perspectives, and by promoting diverse talent is fundamental to the success of our local arts sector. Art is how we tell stories about ourselves and inform our sense of who we are as a community. And I thank Desmond for showing me some of the artworks tonight, and certainly he gives us a fair piece of himself in the art that he has on display this evening. The exhibition is a wonderful opportunity to showcase local artistic talent and increase intercultural awareness and appreciation of an intriguing aspect of Chinese culture. I've had the pleasure of being given a guided tour, as I mentioned, and I think you all agree that there is a stunning selection of pieces on display. The exhibition will run until the 24th of June 2023. There will be several opportunities to engage more fully with the works through artist talks and performances over the coming weeks. I would like to thank all involved for their part in bringing this thoughtful and impressive exhibition to fruition. I hope you enjoy the event tonight, and please tell your friends and family to come and experience this exhibition or one of the associated public events over the next 2 weeks. It is now my great pleasure to officially open Reborrowing Arrows with Thatched Boats.
All right, thank you for the wonderful opening remarks. So I have to speak better than him now. The challenge.
You will.
All right, I have to ask this question first. If you are a curator and you are Asian heritage, please raise your hand. Okay. There is not many curators, so I have to say this, all right? So how do I came about to prepare this exhibition? I was looking to work with a curator of Asian heritage. I found sort of one, but the curator left the project. So I have to step in and take the role. Recognizing opportunity, this exhibiting opportunity is few and far in between, and I had to seize this opportunity. So I want to create a show from my understanding of Chengli, but however, I'm not just interested in my own interpretation, but I would like to borrow from the perspective of artists. So of course, my neurodivergent mind tells me, nah, you can't be the curator. A curator needs to write concisely, and you definitely don't write concise things. Are you sure you can do this? So I have to say to myself, hey, don't look at the mountain. Look at the rock that is at your feet. All right, move that slowly to the tree, and then slowly you'll reach the top. And that's what I've done. I have to admit it was very difficult because I realized I only have 6 months to put this together and apply for funding at the same time. However, I'm not alone, I have to acknowledge that. I'm grateful for the art community who stood by me to help me with this. In this journey, I found people, artists, and individuals who have assisted me in many ways. And these are the people I could say lifelong friends. You know who you are, okay? I don't want to embarrass you. I am thankful for the Department of Local Government, Sports and Culture Industry, City of Fremantle, and the Fremantle Arts Centre for funding, exhibition promotion, and providing this space at no charge. See, as Asian, I'm really happy. FOC, yay! As an emerging curator, I'm privileged to take up this opportunity to present this important exhibition as my first exhibition. As I explained, Mandarin is my second language. I have possible Hui tribe and Chinese Muslim heritage, and I'm connected to Cayman Island, Taiwan ancestry. I'm born in Singapore and I'm also Australian, so it's very safe to say I'm very complicated. However, I observe that Chengyi is not often expressed or used in Australia. My household definitely don't use that. So, 草船借箭, this is I learned my Chinese, right? Is one of the 5,000 Chengyis in Chinese literature, history, and so on. In modern society, Chengyi, 草船借箭, is generally used in favorable terms to denote usefulness, ingenuity, and the ability to turn a disadvantage to advantage. It emphasized the use of available resources and clever tactics to achieve success. The idiom is often employed to convey the idea of making the most out of a difficult situation or finding creative solutions when faced with challenges. It also highlights the importance of strategic thinking, adaptability, and making the best of limited resources to achieve one's goal. While 草船借箭 originated from a military strategy involving deception, but in terms of contemporary usage, it has evolved beyond its literal meaning. It has become a metaphorical expression that signifies resilience, cleverness, and the ability to transform obstacles into opportunities. I hope this exhibition is the first of many that I will curate to bridge cultural gaps, promote understanding, and foster dialogue between different traditions and perspectives. Lastly, I would like to thank the volunteers who took time off and ensure that the smooth running of the show. I would like to thank Ali Dorothy, Arts Officer of City of Fremantle, who's put up with my nonsense, put up with my questions, and because as an Asian, I tend to like hound her with lots and lots of email, all right? So, yeah. And I would like to thank Rob Cattles, who is the devoted install guy who spent to go above and beyond to put up this exhibition for us. And I want to thank Khan Collins, Adriano, Luis, Priya, and my daughter Kaylin for volunteering to help me. Actually, I forced my daughter to help me to run the show. Let's give a round of applause for them, yeah? And can the artists, as I call them, can you come up? Shanti, Deborah, and Patricia. Unfortunately, Tammy is not around, so she will be back. She's actually in Broome at the moment, enjoying the sunshine. So she will be back next Saturday at 2 p.m. She's going to do a live performance, and there also will be an artist talk. Thank you for all of you who have come to this exhibition. I have a small request. Please make time to engage with the art. Don't just talk to your friends. And then find these emerging artists. Talk to them and engage with them. All right? Tell them, oh, I have this gallery waiting for you. Things like that. Please do that. All right? And thank you once again for coming. Yeah. Thank you.